You know what's better than an Apple event, a surprise Apple event in May? A surprise episode of Genius Bar the same week. Yes, Genius Bar 2 days ago, Genius Bar today. Don't call us heroes. It's all right. We're back. Sam, how we feeling? The Apple event has happened?
I'm going to be honest. I'm pissed.
Okay. All right. Good start. Bad start, actually.
Dude.
Tragic start. This episode is going to be full of tragedies. Oh, he's left. For audio listeners, he rage quit, I think, already. We just started, just a few seconds in, and he's gone. He's on the floor. It's hard. Even when he's like sitting on his knees on the floor, you can't tell if he's standing or sitting because he's a monster. Oh, he's plugging himself back in. Don't worry, I'll give you guys the play-by-play. Okay, crazy episode this week. You happened. You have.
Okay, I'm back. Okay. Sorry.
Crazy episode this week. We have a lot of drama to cover. We have a lot of Apple stuff to cover. We'll go into my drama later. First, Apple, iPads, Sam. I would ask how you're feeling, but I need you to not fall out of your chair.
I'm sorry. That was not a planned bit. That was just simply the force of nature taking me over. Okay, yeah. I'm not pissed.
Okay, well, that's what you said.
I know. Well, can I retract it? Am I allowed to maybe scoot it back?
You're 50% of the show, yes.
When my head hit the ground, something changed. And I said, peace and love. Okay. I said, wait a second. I got to get myself invited to WWDC. So maybe I shouldn't start off my podcast by saying I'm angry. Because,
never say you're pissed.
And never give up. Never surrender, never give up.
Never give up, right? Never surrender. Don't stop, don't give up.
So, did you watch the event? Were you up at?
Of course.
I personally, it is now 5 p.m. I am going on hour 10 of my day.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you are too.
Yep. We both. It's weird. We both have been up the same amount of time, worked the same amount of time, but it's not the same time.
And I just want to say,
7 for me.
If Apple's gonna do, 7 a.m. PST events, then they're gonna get 7 a.m. PST energy at the end of the day when I record my podcast.
Yes, so, I woke up 15 minutes ahead of time. Got a text from you.
Me too.
You said good morning. You knew that I was up, so I said hello. What's up? And then the event started, and at no point in the event did they give us a reason as to why it had to be that early. There wasn't a single reason why that had to happen to us. It could have been any other time. It could have been any other time past 11 p.m. and would have been just as good.
Why did they say that this was going to be a different kind of event?
Edited on iPad. That's what I said last week on Genius Bar. Well, I said last week, but 2 days ago.
It was edited on Mac and iPad, which is a very big distinction.
They count that. They're going to count it.
Oh, yeah. That they threw one clip in Final Cut for iPad and said, "Oh, look,
that's fine." No, I think they did the raw edit in an iPad. Transitions and all the other stuff, I think was taken care of in Final Cut, but cutting between things had to be an iPad. One, before, in the last episode, when we were trying to figure out what a different kind of Apple event meant, that's what I said. I said, I think it's going to be edited on iPad. And then during the event, I noticed, am I out of focus because my camera, it doesn't care about me? Okay.
No,
during the event, I noticed that they weren't doing as smooth of transitions as they were doing before. There was a lot of fade in, fade out, generic, basic transitions, and I was like, the only way they're gonna say that this is okay is if it's edited on an iPad, and then it was kinda. Is that impressive to you or nah?
I want to see how much, what, where. I want to see behind. You know how they did the behind the scenes for the iPhone? And I was like, oh, that's really cool. So that came out a couple days later. Maybe we're going to get a behind the scenes of this event. I think that'd be really cool. It was also just very cool to see an insight into Apple's production process for the last event. So I'd love to.
We also, I don't want to toot our own horn here on Genius Bar. I don't want to toot your horn. I don't want you to toot mine. But I will say, when the October event happened, and we said it was shot on iPhone and all that stuff, we were talking about that, you and I both said, now they can never go back. The fact that they did this, if they go back, it doesn't count anymore. And this event was also shot on iPhone.
Yeah.
So
it really was. It really was, dude.
I thought it was going to be shot on an iPad, but they took all the cameras away, so.
So you're up at 7 a.m. with me.
Yep, 7 a.m.
You know what? I thought it would be fun. Let's go thing by thing in this event. I don't want to be one of these podcasts that
I love
one of my favorite
things.
podcasts. I got this from John Gruber's show. Like when he reviewed the iPhone 15 Pro, he talked about titanium. Then he talked about the USB-C.
It's a great Apple podcast. Really good friend of the show. It's not the number one Apple podcast in the world because that's us, and that we don't control the rules, But a great podcast. Yeah.
First of all, Tim's fit lacking.
Yeah, it looks
he's
like
not dripping out.
He was designed on iPad.
I don't know. He's got a black little sweater on with a gray polo, blue pants. Mom always told me black and blue don't go together, but pop off billionaire Tim Cook.
Yeah.
And then just some white kicks, but not even cool ones.
It looks like they surprised him. Like it was just a normal day at the office and they're like, hey, we're going to film an event real quick. Can you do this?
So that was my first impression. Something felt slightly...
He's looking a lot like Ellen DeGeneres as he ages.
Apple started off with a little bit about Vision Pro, but they did not expand the product, right? No. It's still US only. They go, hey, this is really cool. People are using it in new ways. Look, in Porsche dealerships, they're going to be using it to experience cars. That's very neat. But,
very cool.
It just kind of stops there. They were just saying, hey, this is how niche people use it. They didn't actually show us how we can use it more.
Yeah.
And I found that a bit odd. I found that a bit weird to mention. So that was how it started out. I mean, hey, filmmaking, watching movies is absolutely the killer thing right now. I use mine multiple times a week to do that.
Very great.
So that's how they started out. Okay. Then Tim, right off the bat, what does he say, John?
You know what else is really good in Vision Pro?
What?
Like, phenomenal?
Hit me. Oh my. Dude, if we're gonna get demonetized.
What? I literally didn't say a single thing.
Oh, you said it. Your eyes said it.
Nah.
I've seen what they've seen.
No, nah. I've seen what they've seen. Oh, okay, moving on.
So Tim Cook then he says a quote that you tweeted, and I thought it was very interesting because when he said this, I went from at 7 a.m. to I sat up straight.
Yes.
And I said, holy shit.
Yeah,
something
here we go, Buster.
Yeah. Tim Cook, I believe the quote was, this is the biggest day for iPad since iPad launched or something?
Yes.
What? I mean, that's a
what did
big
he say exactly?
Drop. Yeah, I know you said it.
Drum roll, please. I checked into Twitter. He said, the biggest day for iPad since its introduction. That was a fucking bold-faced lie is what that was.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to notice a trend from Apple's marketing just recently.
Just say things that are not real.
Yeah, to really just and more on that later. We're jumping ahead. But I know, and he's such a cutie pie. I love Dad. He's a great guy. I've met him. He's a gentleman. He's obviously a great leader. We love Tim Cook, but he also lied at the beginning of this event because he said it was the biggest day for
We
iPad.
love Tim Cook, but also liar.
Okay, let me just go to this part. What the fuck is the relevance of the train scene?
No idea. I think it's just because portable and you can use it anywhere, but also like what's the mission there? Are you like is everyone else frozen in time and doesn't know he's there, or are those regular people ignoring him? Like what are they trying to convey there? He's just on a tram with strangers talking to the camera.
He's on a train, and then he shows people using their iPad on the train, but they don't actually do anything on the train. It's just, if anything, I would have shown a plane, because I think more people probably use their iPads.
No, they used the plane for Vision Pro. We're outplaned already. Can't do it anymore.
We're outplaned. We got a deplane. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was just random. It's kind of a nitpick, but I was expecting this to have some relevance of some kind, and they never came back to the train. So first thing we get, iPad Air. Here it is.
iPad Air.
Look at that. Two different sizes.
Just as expected. Bigger.
11, 13-inch. Boom.
That 13-inch looks absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, because you don't like big iPads. I forgot. Right.
They just don't need to be big.
You struggle holding big things. It's okay.
Yeah, they're already big.
We'll get there.
No, they're already big. It's fine.
Now, this scene made sense. It was in a library. You had Melody. She seems sick. She was on one of the last iPad product design videos from 2022.
Sweet.
And it was cool. I mean, they showed basically iPad Air. They didn't have a lot of great shots, though. I did notice something about the way this was shot as well, and I don't know if you picked up on this as somebody who makes videos. It was they were all practical shots of like almost, it felt like a YouTuber filmed this.
Because it was edited on an iPad, dog. What are they supposed to fucking throw in there?
I mean, yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
I did pick up on that. That's why I was like, before the event ended, I tweeted, it was like, something tells me this was edited on iPad because it's like a toddler did it. I didn't say it exactly like that, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just look. It's just top down, normal shot. There's no, we're not doing any.
I do appreciate them standing on business, though. I appreciate them shooting it on iPhone, editing on iPad, even though if it's edited worse.
I will say they make their stuff look great, shot on iPhone. Personally, my iPhone videos don't ever look like this, but that's also probably because I don't have 100K lighting rigs there. But still very cool. Mainly I was just sad because when I make videos about the iPad Pro, it doesn't look good. I like having like crisp B-roll, like on the white or black background, and it's just all shots like this. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to even know it's the new one, to be honest.
CGI on the iPad.
Looks very much the same. So they announce it. Here's the big takeaway for me from the iPad era, and then I want you to share yours. They announced the pricing. Dude, the fact that the 13-inch iPad Air not only is double storage at 128 gigabytes now, but the fact that they have announced the pricing at $800 for the 13-inch.
They did that. $599 11-inch, $799 13-inch.
Round of applause. That deserves a round of applause. This is huge. This is actually a really big deal. And I think that's the absolute perfect price for this iPad. I think it's going to sell really well. Because to go up to the iPad Pro, as we'll get to, it's what? $500 more than that?
It is a lot. Price did go up on the Pros. Not as much as we thought, but they're still up.
Yeah.
You know what they say? When the price goes up, I go down.
Jesus. Here was my other thought for the iPad Air. And I don't know if you had this as well. Well, actually, you didn't share your biggest takeaway. What was your biggest takeaway from the Air?
The iPad Air needs to go. I'm sorry.
Wait, didn't we disagree on that, or did we both agree that iPad Air needs to go?
I thought we came up with that plan together as a unit.
I think we did, but I will say
You don't stand on business. You're backing up.
I'm stepping down from business momentarily to say that I think this is the best value the iPad Air has ever been.
Yeah, for iPad Air, but it still shouldn't exist. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Listen, it's like, it's like Red Lobster, right? Yeah, it's fine, but it doesn't. Just because it's fine doesn't mean it needs to be there. We can get rid of Red Lobster and not miss out on anything in humanity. We can just get rid of it. Like, just because it's there doesn't mean, just because it exists doesn't mean you have to go there and eat their food. That's not how that works.
By that same
we should stop buying iPad Airs.
Red Lobster gives people access to seafood who maybe live in the Midwest or don't live by a coast. And those people are willing to pay moderate prices for okay seafood, just like the iPad Air is a moderate tablet at a moderate price.
No.
And both have their purpose in society. I don't know.
I think original iPad, right? Kind of a thick boy.
Yeah.
iPad Air then makes sense. Thinner iPad. The iPad Pro is thinner than the iPad Air. It's time to let it go.
As we will get to.
The iPad Air is not airy any longer. It's time to let it go.
It'd be called. Okay, would you be happy if they changed the name? What if it was iPad Mid?
No, we literally. What'd you say?
iPad Mid. What if that's what they called it?
I thought you said iPad Mini. It's like, I don't know what. Okay, listen. The crisis averted.
It's like when you have a dog and you crumple a chips bag and the dog goes deep sleep. That's when I say iPad Mini.
Okay. Proposition, as always, regular iPad, base model iPad. No iPad Air. Base model iPad, iPad Pro. iPad Mini, regular iPad, iPad Pro. iPad Air is just a name at this point. It literally doesn't need to be there. It doesn't need to exist. We have too many iPads that all do the same fucking thing. I'm done with it. I'm done with all that. We could solve a lot of these issues focusing less on hardware and more on what the thing ships with. No more iPads. We don't need more iPads. We need more software. We need either a little bit watered down version of macOS on that thing, or somebody needs to rework iPadOS from the absolute listen.
Hey, I think you're jumping ahead, Buster.
I'm just saying.
You're doing the conclusion to the video, and we're not even through the intro.
Okay, all right. I'm getting worked up. You can pull me back.
And listen, brother, I'm
back.
with you. We can pop off together.
Okay.
But remember, we don't know that this is the end of the story yet. We still have hope at this point as we're watching this event.
Yeah, in real time, yeah.
At 7 a.m. Did you wait?
I mean, still, when I saw iPad Air, I still stand by that. It needs to fucking go.
Okay. I really like that the 13-inch $800 one exists. And I think it's going to be great for a lot of small businesses and a lot of people that just want big. No, because I'm going to get I already ordered the new Pro and stuff. But
okay,
we'll talk, I guess, more about it. I want to say one more thing about the iPad Air. And it's something that I haven't seen a lot of people mention. And I actually cut it for my video just because I was like, I don't know if this is relevant. It's kind of eating up time and it's not the most interesting. I'm trying to just find a relevant piece of B-roll. But really what I'm trying to say, it's got the M2 chip inside.
It do.
Which...
What are you going to say here?
If they jump to M4 on the iPad Pro.
You are not doing this. You're not doing this.
But listen to me.
You're not.
The M2 was literally announced 2 years ago. It is a 2-year-old chip on day one of this iPad.
It's a ridiculous chip to be in an iPad either way.
I'm with you. But we know how Apple does software updates. They're generally tied to processors. And I think they should have done the M3. Especially at the rate at which they've been updating these iPads.
I don't know about that.
Because that means we're going to be on M2 until it sounds kind of like early 2026 or late 2025.
Would it be nice to have an M3? I guess. But like an iPad user is not going to find a way to utilize an M3 over an M2, which is not going to happen. There's no reason.
Sure.
You could fucking keep an M1 in there. The fact that the iPad Air has that level of Apple Silicon at all, just consider us grateful. Because they're not just keeping the M chips to the iPad Pro. They're giving it to the iPad Air too. That's insane.
I'll meet you in the middle there. Okay. So I was amazed at the rate that they went through that, by the way. We are at 10 minutes and 30 seconds into this event. Okay. When we go over to the dark room. And we know something's about to pop off, right? We know it's about to be the iPad Pro. There we go.
It's about to be so pro-y.
Our boy comes in and he talks about what
off
iPad
the train.
Pro can do. And then they release this cool thing where it shows, but look at the iPad Pro it's a very good ad. It's a hydraulic press, which is hilarious.
This was the most terrifying thing they've ever done in an event.
When the lens is
smiley face getting smushed and the eyes are popping out. Why? That's a lot.
Piano too.
That's a lot for me at 7 a.m., you know?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I do want to show the little part where the eyeballs pop out.
Everything's getting crushed.
I did laugh.
And then, spoiler alert, it makes an iPad. All of these things are... Look at that!
That's
horrific,
awesome.
Dude. Why would you do that?
Dude, wait, I need to make that my profile picture on Twitter right now.
Oh, no.
And they're going to
That's terrible.
Check mark me, Elon. Oh, I got to do that.
For audio listeners, 12:04 in the event, there's like a squish smiley face thing that's getting squished by the hydraulic press, and it's just graphic. That's the best way to put it.
Dude, I love it so much.
Little dude got cooked.
Yeah, so good, so good. My favorite spot. I laughed out loud when that happened. That was good, Apple.
I would, but it was too early for any laugh to happen. I don't think I've ever laughed before noon.
They go through all this and they end up showing, wow, it's actually all the one device. And then I was like, it's a thin iPad. And I don't want to tell you any podcast that might have said that was going to be like a main thing.
Was it us? I think it was us. It might have been us.
It was us. It was 100%
Somebody's going to have to go back and check the replays, but I think it was us.
I definitely, and you laughed at me when you said I had maybe seen it, and I said it was really, really thin.
I will laugh all day that it has to be this thin, but I did not believe that it was going to be thin. Did the sentence I just said make sense? I think so.
No, it's okay though.
I've been really trying to not say like. So I need people. The tough. Amount of brain energy, like, there it is! God damn it! I said it! By the end of the show, as soon as we hang up, there is steam coming off my head from the level of focus it takes my brain to just not say that one word. But I'm trying my best for you. And you know what? Because of Genius Bar, I'm going to be a better person, a better speaker. It's going to be removed from my vocabulary. We're going to do it together. You're going to keep me accountable. Don't let me say it, audience.
I know. Do it to me as well. I'm pretty bad at the same time.
One way or another, I'm getting out of this.
Okay. It's officially done.
Oh, your profile picture? Did you lose your checkie?
That's so funny.
It looks ridiculous. It also looks just like you.
That's amazing.
It looks just like you. Did you tweet new profile pic or whatever?
I did.
How'd you do? You should, to alert the people.
No, they'll just see. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Let's dive into the meat and bones. What we've been hearing about. The biggest redesign in 6 years. Apple shows us, and I'm blown away. I see this. I say, wow, it's so thin. This is crazy.
Are you really blown away?
They show us. I'm like, oh, there's John. There's Daddy J, as we call him, at Cupertino. Oh, yeah, stunning design. What? Breakthrough display, OLED, outrageous performance.
He really talked like they were cooking.
He did. And then, well, they started to show off the new iPad Pro. And
he said something like, we didn't just take a step forward, we took a massive leap with iPad Pro.
Yeah.
I don't know how many leaps you've seen, sir.
Well, it is thin.
It is ridiculously thin. And, believe it or not, better thermals, even though it's thinner. 20% better thermal. What?
It's the thinnest Apple product ever.
That sentence is just crazy.
That's actually crazy. That is ridiculously impressive, although this should be the iPad Air, as you said.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
And then we start, okay, cool. It's thin. It's stunning. Love that. That's just the design, though. I will say, as we start to look at the rest of the design here, I noticed something real fast.
What did you notice something real fast for? Oh.
I was like, wait. Black and white again?
Yep.
Like we've had black and white since 2018, and then you said, here's black and white again for the colors? And colors don't actually matter, but I will say I was hoping for maybe something a little bit different.
Yeah.
We got space black.
I mean, how much are you supposed to do with what other designs could you possibly have for a rectangle slate thing?
Well, I think that's part of the problem.
There's only so much you can do with iPad.
I also saw, I was like, whoa, the camera looks really different. Huh. I wonder what new lens that they added. I guess we'll show that later. Cool. So then they go into OLED display. They did have a breakthrough. This is crazy. How do they get OLED to be as bright as they need? They said, well, let's just stack 2 of them on top of each other.
Let's do it.
Which would make sense. One, why this took so long, because I guess they need double the display supply. Yeah. And 2, expensive. OLED expensive. Big OLED screen expensive.
However, I'm shocked that it's not more expensive for that might be the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Oh, to make it brighter, we decided to stack them. We decided to, and we'll just stack them together. More screens, more light.
That's what gets me about this event, man, is that they do some things that are just... And I just think that's the way to describe Apple in the modern era. They do things that are just ridiculously incredible, and they kneecap themselves in the following sentence.
They do that.
You said doo-doo.
They do that.
I've been up since 6 a.m.
Yeah. This is
okay. Very cool. I mean, I'm very excited for OLED. They call it the Ultra XDR, right?
Yeah, because double. They got
cool.
double the OLED, double the fun.
Best display ever made.
Why? My Sony camera never has issues with autofocus, but I can't get this thing to focus to save my life.
Are you sure you're not on the animal eye focus setting?
It might be.
It focused better when you made the animal face.
I don't just look like whenever it goes out of focus, I'm just gonna lock in, bring my inner like bird, try to get it to focus on me. Okay.
Do you like? I mean, OLED's official. First
official.
Apple product other than the iPhone and the Apple Watch with OLED.
That's cool. Yes, that is cool.
That's it?
Yeah, that's a natural upgrade. Yeah, that's where, especially when we're running out of things to do in a form factor that is getting thinner and thinner and doesn't actually change other than the thinness. There's only so much you could do. If we can stack 2 OLEDs in there and make it thin, that's pretty cool. But it is still an iPad. You see, it is a brighter, thinner iPad that is still an iPad. And that is not as fun as it used to be.
Guys, it's time for a segment on the Genius Bar I like to call, How Much Does the New iPad Weigh? Give me some music.
Nope. 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 There we go. It's Christmas music, but it'll do, I think.
Hey, guys. Today, we're going to be doing the Apple Compare section because I just had a thought. And I said, we're talking about how much thinner it is. How much lighter is it? I feel like Apple did not mention the weight. So, oh, God. This is something else I need to say. Can you see the pop-up on my screen when I click on the menu? Is that show?
No.
No. Okay. Well, there's about 400 different iPads to pick. In fact, you can choose and compare this to the iPad Mini 2. Okay.
You can?
Wow.
Literally, why?
Or the iPad 5.
Okay.
The iPad Air 2, that's from 2014.
Nope, got to include it.
Let's go back to, I'm trying to look at the 6th generation 12.9 inch, which weighs a whopping.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, wow. That's actually quite a bit less. So it's 1.28 pounds divided by 1.51 for the old model. Wow, the new iPad Pro is 15 to 16% lighter, right in between there.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, it's good and it's cool.
16% lighter is going to be noticeable.
Do you think, am I just jaded? Are we jaded? What's happening?
I want to get there, but John, the iPad
Do you still need
Pro,
the music?
we're only halfway
Do you
through.
still need music?
No, I'm okay. I'm done with that.
Okay,
you can
we'll
never
cut it.
Music again. Thank you.
Never? Okay. It's gone.
Just for now, but now I'm ready for music again. I'm just kidding. Okay, now as we go back, John, we're not even through this. So we got OLED. I'm very excited for OLED. I watch content almost every day on my iPad. I've been watching Succession, and I've just been thinking every day, man, I can't wait to watch this show on an OLED display.
Succession is the bee's knees.
It is. It's incredible. So they show us that. They talk about how incredible it's going to be. And then they do something that I'm also shocked because this was a rumor from a not super great source. It was only one person in the world that said this, I believe. And we got it. The Apple Nano Texture matte glass display is real. Apple has added a native
but
matte
there's a
option
catch that's weird.
Yep. And watch my video on YouTube to learn more about it. But I saw this and I was overjoyed because I knew Apple would be charging about $100. But see, it turns out, like I said, every time Apple does something amazing, they have to just eliminate all excitement or realism that someone would enjoy it. See, guys, when you go to actually order an iPad Pro, let's say you want to do the 11-inch model. I like space black. I don't need that much storage, but I love making art, and I'm really excited for that matte display. So I'm just going to do the 256 gigabyte model. Okay, I want standard or wait, what's this? Nano texture glass Available in models with 1 or 2 terabyte storage. Okay, well that one maybe $100 more for the storage. 1 terabyte. I'm sorry, $600 more for 1 terabyte.
You know how it goes. You know it's really hard. Tim has to make he has to make it himself, and so there's a premium. Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, it's only 1,600, but you get the display. Oh, I'm sorry. What? You still have to pay another $100 for the nano texture on top of a terabyte? So just so everybody knows, the cheapest iPad Pro with this option is the small one, the 11-inch. And I would argue realistically, if you're doing serious art where you need this display, you probably want the 12.9-inch because it's closer to a real size of a piece of paper or a proper sketchbook.
Yeah.
It's $1,700 for just the tablet. For just the iPad, it is $1,700. What is going on, bro?
Yeah.
I thought this was a joke. I actually thought it was a joke when they announced it.
It's not, though.
And then here's the best part. The best part is you say, okay, well, let's say you want to actually get the 13-inch model, which is the one that I bought. That brings you up.
That was my next question.
$2,000 for the cheapest 13-inch iPad Pro with a matte display. Tim Cook, you must stop doing drugs.
I thought you were going to say, Tim Cook, you motherfucker.
You must stop doing whatever. I don't know who on the board approved the drug use, but something has clearly gone awry on the supply chain side. Because I love you, Dad, but it's clear that you've got a bit of a problem, okay?
It's time for an intervention, Tim.
It's time for an intervention, Tim.
We didn't want to be the ones that had to do this, but you put us in a really tough spot.
$2,000 for an iPad. Dude, this is pre-Apple Pencil or Magic Keyboard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't
we haven't even gotten
real.
to yet.
If I would have leaked this, if I would have known this, and I would have said, hey guys, the 13-inch cheapest matte display iPad will be $2,000, everyone would have laughed at me and I would have 0 subscribers because they would say he's just making things up.
Well,
if the best rumor person in the world would have said it would have been $2,000, I would have said, no, that's too much. No one's buying that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who can afford a 2,000 other than freaks like us?
Are they just going to price everyone out?
But why? What's the point of doing it?
I think they can just say, well, it's not Vision Pro amount, so it's cheap. Like,
hey,
you can get...
Hold on. Did you just tweet in the middle of the podcast?
I did. You changed your profile picture in the middle of the podcast. I don't even want to hear it.
Hold on, buddy. We don't do tweeting during the podcast. It's showing me you're not giving me my full attention. If I want to do that, I'd have a podcast with Luke Miani. Okay? So...
I don't want to be Luke Miani.
I need you to lock the fuck in.
Would you like me to delete it?
Big J. No, you can keep it up. It's a good tweet. Wow. And we're not even done with this iPad. We're not even done with the iPad. This is just halfway through, I'd say.
Yeah.
When I saw this pricing, I was just flabbergasted.
Now, the rumors were saying, like, real big increase, like $1,500 just to start at. Really, and it's not quite $1,500, but it's not.
So that's that.
You know?
That's the matte display. Let's continue on with the keynote.
Why do people have to watch your video to hear about the thing?
What do you mean the thing?
How the matte display, the thing about it.
Oh, the edges?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't talk about that in my video.
Oh, I thought you said you have to watch your video to get that. Okay, well, the edges are still glossy.
Yeah. Let me pull up.
I don't know why, but that does not sit well with my whatever my brain does.
Actually, I can't. I don't know if I can watch this video. because it's just not fair.
Are you a little bit?
Why did they get to be in the? Why does everybody get invited? Get to be in the coolest sets?
Well, I could
That's
start with.
Set.
I will start with this. I don't think iJustine started her podcast literally at the beginning saying, "I'm pissed."
She'd be like, "I'm pissed. These are so good."
Oh yeah, they're so lovely.
I love Justine. She's actually an incredible person, and she's. I mean, there's a reason she's the best. There's a reason people are watching her hands on and not me. Oh, but it looks.
Well, because you don't have a hands on.
I just want to touch it. Oh, why is she holding the mic like that, though, Justine? Come on, you're better.
This fellow YouTubers,
they got to stop.
The fact that you have been tricked into doing this, one, holding it, but having those DJI mics or the Rode, like the clip-on stuff, fucking stop that. Stop it. Stop thinking that's okay. Somehow, these brands tricked content creators into wearing boxes with their logo on it that are not hidden and very obvious, when this used to be an art. Audio used to be an art. Hide your mic. Hide it. Get a good mic and hide it. You can get a good mic for the price you paid for this thing.
That was the slogan in the early 90s. Hide your mic, hide your wife.
Yeah. And then they also said, and definitely don't hold your mic. YouTubers, stop normalizing that. Stop it.
But it's so convenient. I actually don't even blame her, because she's got like 7 videos that she filmed with her team.
No. I will not budge on this. I will not.
I don't know if she's my friend, but I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm her friend, but she's my friend. I don't know if that's how relationships work.
She stands on the business of the iPad.
Dude, this set in the color and the lighting is so good. It makes this iPad look incredible.
Yeah, the set is amazing, and she's holding a fucking box and talking into it. I hate it.
There is a slight thing with the matte display, as you can see. It looks really good, well, until you see the edges of which...
Yeah, for audio listeners, the actual display portion is nano-textured matte finish, but the edges of the iPad, so the black around the edges, the bezels, still glossy. I think I would rather eat corn the long ways than buy that iPad. That's a nightmare. That hurts my brain in so many ways. Are you all right?
How do you eat corn the long way?
Exactly. Painfully. Bad. You know? So I'm just saying.
I've been too long for that joke.
I was excited for a matte display. And they still missed it. Like, how did you mess up the matte display on iPad? What was the choice there to make? That's the cool part about the iPad, is that it all blends a seamless one thing. It's just one panel, and now you've made it goofy. And I don't know if you did it on purpose, because Apple would got to do a little bit differently. It's like you couldn't just do it perfectly. You had to think of a way to ship it kind of fucky. And you did it. You did it. You found the way.
We're not even to the other stuff yet, dude. I'm just depressed. I don't want to be around anymore.
Same. I want to corn the long ways.
I want to become corn the long ways. Okay, let's continue. We love this, guys. We love this. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's keep going. So after the matte display, I forgot we're not even halfway through the event yet, bro.
Yeah.
So after that, okay, sure. M4 chip, does it actually do anything different? Yeah, exactly.
It's the M4.
Yeah, it is, buddy.
Pretty cool.
It's crazy they started
not
the
M3 or the M2. It's the fourth one.
We got to see Bro.
We did get to see Bro. 2nd generation 3 nanometer technology. We got ray tracing, all sorts of stuff on this.
I also was watching this and I got confused because did you notice what was happening in the background? Do you see that guy in the back?
No, I mean, now I do, but I missed him the first 8 times.
Dude, look, no, watch him. He's
on the Mac.
What the Look, he's just dragging his hand around. That's no quality of life.
I bet that thing isn't even on.
I bet it's not. And I bet somehow, also, why doesn't he set his hand down? Didn't Apple say you didn't have to hold your hand up? You could rest it?
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to see that from all the way back. So you got to exaggerate
exactly.
it a bit.
Why do they have Doofus in the back with the Vision Pro? You're just making it look silly, guys. You're making it look forced and silly.
I mean, the same thing they did with the iPad Pro Nano texture thing. They just had to make it a little silly.
I know. But there's way better ways to natively integrate the Vision Pro.
They probably set up this shot and went, wow, it looks great. How can we make it silly? Vision Pro guy.
So we got this. We got him talking about the M4. I mean, they talked about the neural engine, but you know what I just realized?
What did you just realize?
They didn't show any charts. They didn't show a single chart about how it compares.
That's probably for next month. But yeah, they didn't.
They've never done that with a silicon introduction. We always get those charts with no wire.
Well, when's the last time we got a silicon introduction with the iPad?
Never.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry. Take that back. Well, you could argue the A14 or I think it was the A14 with the iPhone 12 chip debuted in the iPad before the iPhone.
I do remember that, yeah.
That's more of a fork of Apple Silicon. This is the first ever headline flagship chip. I thought that was very odd. And that brings us back to the Apple Store, John, doesn't it?
It does bring us back to the Apple Store. Here we are.
You know, I was looking at this, and you know my visceral reaction to the storage being so crazy when I said, hey, wait a second. A terabyte of storage is $1,900? That seems like kind of a lot, friend.
Is that what you said, friend?
That's what I'm saying now. You're my friend, I think.
I am.
You or I, Justine, whoever takes
friend.
So I was so curious why it got so expensive. So I thought I would watch a video from Bro who talked about how much storage I need. Just kidding. I'm not going to play that video and make you edit.
Thank you.
Here's why the storage is so crazy. For
Models with 256 gigabytes and 512 gigabytes storage come with the M4 chip, 9-core CPU, 10-core GPU, and 8 gigabytes of memory. Models with 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte storage come with the M4 chip, 10-core CPU, 9-core GPU, and 16 gigabytes of memory. What?
So hold on. For the first time,
so
Apple has now...
You're getting binned?
Yep. They've binned the base chip, which means they've removed some of the power, and you get half... You basically get, to describe it better, you get double the RAM and a little bit more power with the 1 or 2 terabyte iPad Pros.
I love how this has become a thing because, I mean, correct me if I'm just speaking out of my ass here, but I'm pretty sure the binned chips are actually just ones with defects. Like they didn't, in manufacturing, they just didn't go as well as the other one, and instead as the one they were trying to ship. And instead of being like, well, I guess we throw it away, they give it to the poor people. $1,700, poor. $1,900, welcome aboard.
This is cool in practice, but I still don't think that even remotely justifies $1,900.
It definitely doesn't justify it.
On the tablet, dude.
On the tablet.
Hold on. Let's just see. What is a MacBook Pro? If I want to get like a M3 Pro, I'm not even sure about the pricing. So the cheapest M3 Pro is $2,000. But
you're already there with that iPad. Just do it.
Yeah, I mean, there's just
that's 11-core CPU, 14-core GPU, 18 gigabytes of unified memory, and 512 gigabytes of storage. What a joke, dude. I can't stand them sometimes. On the MacBook Pro, dude.
On the MacBook Pro.
We cannot stand for another year of this. If they try to pull this thing even one more time, boycott.
I just don't know.
We will change this name to Stupid Bar.
They're pricing this iPad as if they just launched the M1 in a MacBook. Like they actually had some breakthrough of some kind. And the demand for these is expected to be nuts because they've finally proven that the iPad is him. But all they did was make the hardware really sick.
Yeah, that's all we keep saying. It doesn't matter. It's impressive that you keep putting this hardware in it, but that is not the move. It has never been the move. You should know this. You guys made the iPhone. The iPhone it had the guts of like a toaster oven. The thing that made the iPhone since always was software. Software first. Your hardware is incredible, great, but it's still just can do iPad things.
Yeah.
To actually unlock the iPad, you don't put a faster chip in it. You unlock the software. Unlock what we're capable of doing in the iPad. Except for iPad mini. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. It's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, the only stats...
Make iPad great again.
MIGA.
MIGA. People have started commenting on Front Page Tech, MIGA, and I'm embarrassed.
Oh, I did see this, and I thought of you as well. AV1 built-in decoder. Isn't that those high-res 4K files that we download that our Macs can't play natively?
Yes. Yeah.
So does that mean with these rolling out, we'll be able to download Apple events in 4K with our 4K video downloader?
Maybe, but all we would need is a codec for it, and we don't have it. So sure, maybe the chip will make it better. If someone knows a way, we have
the resources. Yeah.
Why have we never done this? Listen, audience. Never once have we asked you for anything other than to buy merch a lot. But we have this show. It is a platform, and we deliver the show every week without fail, except a couple times where we failed. We show it for you every week, and now we're asking for a favor. It's a free favor. All you got to do is go down in the comments and help us.
Hey, I'm going to ruin your day.
Is there a better way?
Did we start recording audio? Because I didn't. Did you?
I'm a professional, so yes. Yes, I did.
You didn't clap. You can't retroactively clap halfway through the episode. I started my recording now, by the way.
But don't even bother now. We're in.
It sucks.
Why would you? I'm not going to switch. I'm not going to do the work to put your audio and switch the audio an hour into this.
Sucks.
That's goofy. All right. Goofy. Okay. We need. Oh, what I was saying. We need
4K
a better YouTuber downloader thing. We need to download YouTube videos, but the only way. And keep in mind, Mac, you Windows people, I know you can probably do it with your eyes closed. I don't care. Fuck you.
Yeah, get away.
The Mac doesn't, I can't successfully get a 4K, a clean, just MOV file, MP4 file of 4K YouTube video. What is the problem? Why can I only download YouTube videos, even if they are in 4K and 1080p? If I download the 4K version, it will not play.
Yeah, it's like an.
My computer just goes, "What is this?"
If anybody has a collection of 4K Apple events that they have, can you just send them over? Because that would be sick.
We don't even need to give us the details of what to use to download if you just give us the footage.
You don't need to know. We don't need to know if you filmed the event.
You go to Apple Park to film. Why don't you just stay quiet, tiptoe into some server rooms, grab some 4K footage for us, and bring it home?
I found it interesting that they also compared this chip to the previous one, the M2, which is cool. And I mean, 50% faster than M2, 4 times faster GPU. Cool.
That's pretty great.
I guess. They also claim that they put the tandem OLED display engine in, which really? You needed a whole thing in the chip?
I'm sure. Well, they stuck 2 panels in there, so I'm sure they got to put something in there that says, hey, work together.
Oh, hold on. This actually might make sense. I think that actually does make sense because when the MacBook Pros get M4, are they going to get OLED as well? And then they're going to do the same double tandem OLED, and that's why they added it now?
Maybe. This just seems like such a weird way to do this.
Seems like overkill. And underkill for the software. Dude, I laughed out loud when this came on screen. I laughed out loud when he showed this on screen. Hold on. No, not the thermal performance. That was actually really impressive. Great job, Apple. I laughed out loud when I saw iPad OS mentioned.
Yeah. You guys should be ashamed, embarrassed.
This is my favorite part of the Apple event. Just the example that he shows for iPad OS is someone adjusting the midtones of a photo.
Yeah, he is doing that. Wow. M4 chip really pushing it here. Can you believe?
Yeah, because the creative person is definitely going to do that not on a MacBook, dude. I mean, come on. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. They're
Core ML.
Not be mocked. Okay, there were the app updates. The Logic stuff is cool.
We got new Final Cut Pro, Final Cut Pro 2, I think they called it, and Logic Pro 2.
Yeah, which I was surprised. Let's go to the newsroom page because they actually did specific newsroom posts for these. Let's focus on Final Cut because that's what we care about.
That's all it should have been.
They announced these new features, and they said Final Cut for Mac accelerates editing. That's what I care about. So I really want to go down and see. I don't really care about the live multicam on iPad. It's cool. It's great for amateur filmmakers. It was cool how they announced you can do live multicam video with multiple iPhones. Very cool. You and your friends. Cool. Very fun. Love that. But I want to see Final Cut for Mac. Okay, let's see this. On Mac, editors can take... This is the only thing that can maybe save this event. Leveraging the Neural Engine Apple Silicon, new AI features and organizational tools come to Final Cut 10.8. Free update. Final Cut introduces enhanced light and color, the ability to improve color, contrast, and brightness in one step. Smooth slow-mo feature where frames of video are intelligently generated and blended together.
Okay.
That could actually be really useful. Adobe has that feature. That's okay. You know what, Apple?
We'll take it.
This all around. Why don't you talk about this on stage? Very cool. What else? For efficiency in post-prod, we've got color corrections, video effects can now be given custom names.
Hell yes. That's I'm down for that. Yeah, let's do that. Yep.
Hell yeah, you got them.
Hell yeah,
let's give it up for that one.
Just save the whole event.
Timeline search. Do we have text-based editing? No. Okay.
Final Cut Pro for iPad 2 will be available this spring. Oh my!
What?
It doesn't ship until later. I thought it. I'm getting real fucking tired of them doing this to me. I'll tell you what. And we let them. They just announce things that aren't actually ready, and we go, okay. And so they just keep doing that. They think it's fine. It's not fine. Don't circa last year, when I am Fat Jern, when you go to McDonald's and you order a burger, you expect them to have it and give it to you then, because you're hungry now. But what if they were like, yeah, look at this big old double-decker burger, will definitely fill you up. Coming this winter. You'll die. You'll starve and die. That's what Apple's doing. Just, if you don't have a burger to serve me, if you haven't cooked the burger, don't put it on the menu. Stop it. Stop it.
Whatever. Logic Pro looks cool. I like music. The stem splitter seems pretty sick.
We do like that.
Really thought that was cool. I think there's a picture of it. They got the drummer AI stuff, and then they can have bass AI, which is cool. And then they showed a stem splitter. This is really impressive where you can drag in any sound and it'll split it up. I'm very curious to see how good that works. There's a lot on the market that claims to do that, and it's always, they're getting better as AI improves, but they're not great.
Yeah.
So for sampling, that could actually be pretty cool. Allow you to maybe make some loops a little bit better.
Question for Apple.
Fun. Yeah. I'm Tim. What's up?
I know that usually we're very positive about Apple, and people say that we're, what is the term that the kids use? Glazing?
Glazing, yeah.
Okay.
Big glazing.
This is the opposite. Whatever glazing is, this is the opposite.
Or Krispy Kreme.
Apple. I'm tired. I'm tired of not having multi-track audio editing in Final Cut. It is ridiculous that I can't control the master audio coming out of Final Cut. And before anyone types in the comments, oh, you can just make a compound clip and then you... No! That's a workaround to a problem that exists because of them. I don't want to have to work around it. Focus on me, camera. Now is not the time. I don't want to work around it. Let me edit multiple audio tracks at the same time. Separate buses. What's the problem? Literally, what's the problem?
Yeah.
Why can't I have that?
We want buses back. Let's get bussing around here.
Maybe don't even give me multiple tracks. Just let me have access to the master track at least. At least.
Give him the master track, guys. Come on.
Give me the master track. That's what we want. Make master track great again.
Cool. I'm not going to make any more abbreviations. So that's Final Cut and Logic. Cool. Was surprised at how much time they got on the event stage, but, you know, it's cool. My friend who does rock climbing, I think he probably felt seen. It was a cool set.
You know what? Also, before I forget.
Yeah.
Because you know we couldn't go without this. Mark Gurman. Sir. He has been taking his fucking victory lap on Twitter today, and everyone's like, "Oh, Mark Gurman never misses." I'm gonna vomit. I'm gonna throw up. This whole lead up was nothing but him swinging and missing for literally 3 months. How come when he eventually gets it right, we're like, Mark Gurman never misses? Where were you? Oh, and it's all the people that made YouTube videos saying iPad coming in March, iPad coming in April. Just kidding, May. You made the video. Did you forget? So Mark Gurman, you are a great reporter. Solid. Love that for you. But just because you delete the tweets doesn't mean you didn't miss. It doesn't count that way. If we had we used to have a platform that would keep track of this and really keep people accountable. And that platform doesn't exist anymore because it's too much work for one man.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
You can delete the tweets, but you can't delete the memories.
Speaking of delete, I have an idea. Sam, let's noodle with me, okay?
Okay.
Audience, strap on. Strap in. We are almost an hour into recording already, okay?
Really?
I would like to make you a proposition, because we have so much to talk about. We still have Magic Keyboard. We still have Apple Pencil Pro. We also have shit that happened to me this week. We have stuff that I want to address from the comments on last week's episode because this is a two-way conversation. We love you, geniuses, so we're going to talk to you. What would you say, Sam, if I propose that there are no ads in this episode and instead we put out a regular episode of Genius Bar this weekend, per usual? This is a bonus episode, 2 episodes of Genius Bar in 1 week.
No, I'm good. Thank you, though. Next. Bro, what the fuck are we going to talk about in the second one?
What do you mean? I just said we got stuff. What do you mean? Are you denying them?
We don't have no. This is bonus.
Are you denying them access?
Too much of a deal. You're trying to give them too much. I am. I'm denying. I'm going to be gone this week. I got a lot going on. I'm sorry. It's not the week for that.
Well, you remember who tried for you. You remember.
You're right. He tried. I'm sorry. And
who said yes and who said no?
I said.
And you just write that down, put it in your pocket, and save it for later in case you need it.
Sorry. Hard N.
Okay.
Okay.
I tried. In that case, here's an ad. So, Sam, have you ever Googled yourself?
You know, I did once, and I was shocked, actually, at the amount of personal information that was out there about me,
John. It's a tragedy. It is a tragedy. And you know what? It's like you can't outrun all the information that's being posted about you. Do you want to know why?
Why? I've tried to figure this out.
That's because there's people, their whole job is to just take your information, siphon it out illegally, and then sell that to other companies that need it for advertising. Oh, I don't know. Maybe Mark Zuckerberg, maybe Facebook wants to buy that data. I don't know. They're called data brokers, and they're evil. And there's only one way to stop them. And luckily for you, you're on Genius Bar. All the geniuses, they're listening to Genius Bar. We have the answer, and the answer is DeleteMe, everybody.
Yes,
yay!
guys.
Welcome, DeleteMe, back to the show.
Guys, I was just playing. I've been a customer of DeleteMe for longer than I can remember because
longer than I've been alive.
Basically, because what DeleteMe does is they reach out to these data brokers. They reach out on your behalf. They say, hello, Sam would like his data back. And the data broker goes, well, since you asked, like legally, we have to give it back and not use it anymore.
Do you think they asked that nicely, or do you think they're like, hey, give it back or else? Like that. We're gonna make you eat your own knees if you don't give us the data back.
Yeah, you think they just curb stomp them?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's how it works. No, I'm not. This is not confirmed. We're guessing.
It's just a guess. Guys, listen, take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for DeleteMe. Now at a special discount for our listeners, guys. Get 20% off your DeleteMe plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/geniusbar. That's actually John's favorite URL, using promo code GeniusBar at checkout. So the only way to get 20% off is to go to what URL, John?
It is joindeleteme.com/geniusbar. Was that a test? If it was, I passed it. And the promo code is GeniusBar, and that is for a full 20% off. Link down in the show notes and the description on YouTube.
joindeleteme.com/geniusbar, code GeniusBar. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, DeleteMe. Okay. And we're back.
I feel like watching this vent is sort of me reliving trauma.
It feels like it happened so long ago.
It really does.
I have been stewing over this for too long.
Please never do a 7 a.m. event again. This is terrible for everyone, especially you guys. You probably had to be at the event space. And I was in Cupertino. Nobody was there because you sent everybody to New York.
Exactly. No one could even come unlock the door so Sam could film.
No, that's why it was so
tragic.
Late. Oh my God, I forgot about this fucking part, dog.
What?
Every time. I forgot how they just took a camera off.
They did do that.
You can't just do that. You can't just take the camera off.
Counterpoint, was that camera doing anything on the iPad? Do we need it? I do think it's silly that one camera goes away and price goes up.
I'm locked in right now.
Okay.
Dude.
Okay.
Apple, that was the main upgrade for a year at least.
Okay.
Was the second camera.
Mm-hmm.
And now you just...
Were you using it?
It's not that the fact that they took it away. It's the way they took it away. Which was by just showing that it was gone.
Quietly.
Dude, you cannot boast this dual camera system on an iPad Pro, which I think I always said was stupid from day one, by the way. Just so we're on the record. And then go... It's got one great camera on the back, and we moved the LiDAR so from a distance it looks like a real camera. Mm-hmm. Back to you, Tim. You can't do that.
You can't do that.
That's not how things work.
You can't. That's not how it works.
That's like if I changed my logo.
Be like if he changed his logo.
Grayscale Apple track
to grayscale.
And everyone said, "Where'd the rainbow go?
Where are the colors? You gave us rainbows, then took the rainbow." I just spilled water everywhere. Oh yeah.
You're gonna be okay, buddy.
Yeah, it missed the roadcaster, so yeah, we're good.
Okay, that's good. We're good.
My feet are wet.
Okay. Well, hey, you gotta get your feet wet sometimes.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Oh, speaking of, something happened right there. Man, we are just given today. So when you were talking, at one point, a thumbs up came up behind you, like this.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it won't do it when I want it to work. Okay, it's not gonna do anything. You're useless. There you go. Okay, thank you, Sam. I know how to fix that now. And I know how to fix that because of our good friend, iCave Dave. He posted a whole dedicated video specifically on this, and it's the question I've wanted answered my entire life. And it's very simple, and I can't believe we never even thought to Google this. All you do is you go up where you see...
no.
Huh?
You didn't know that's how you turn them off, buddy?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. You knew this whole time, and you left them on?
They're funny.
I knew you funny. They're nothing but a bird in every episode. Year. It'd be like a little guy coming in here and just doing emotes during the show.
I like a little guy sometimes.
Nah. Anyway, for the audience, you can go up the top of your Mac. You can do this on iPhone as well.
Better.
When you're on.
The studio light looks better. I'm running that.
When you are, it just crushed the color, just contrast. When you are on a Mac or on your iPhone, when you're using the camera, there's a green bubble. On the Mac, there's a little green button that shows your camera on the top right-hand side. You click on that, and you can do everything. There's studio light. Oh, I look pretty good that way, too.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
You can do portrait. That looks like ass. But you could also turn reactions on and off. So don't say we never gave you nothing. Even though iCave Dave gave that to me, I am a generous man. Pass it forward. That's what they say. Give it forward, pass it forward, one of those. And you should all go subscribe to iCave Dave for that little tidbit. Okay. My elbow's wet. How's my elbow wet?
I just can't believe this man looked us in the eye.
What?
He said that there's only one camera now.
Yeah, but hey, there's a new adaptive True Tone flash.
Dude, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? My world slowly faded as this event continued.
They did not deliver on what they were supposed to. Like, usually you could argue that it's on us because we go into these events with our expectations up here, right?
Yeah.
And then we get disappointed, and it's our own damn fault. But in this case, iPad needed a savior, didn't get it.
Yeah. That's what we called the last episode.
Tim Cook stood there in the morning. This is the first voice I heard in the morning, and he said to me, "This is the biggest day for iPad since its introduction." That was a lie. Other guy, John, he said that this is not just a step forward, it's a massive leap forward. Also a lie. You took massive leap forward where? It has one less camera. And less weight.
They took the camera for a leap, if you know what I'm saying.
Wait, do you think that's it? Do you think they had to be that thin? They had to.
Here's the point that I made in my video.
It doesn't have to be thin.
If you had to make all these trade-offs, I know. Okay. I said it.
You did?
What did you just say?
I don't know what's happening. What?
I feel like I'm in a nursing home right now.
Yeah, we're starting to lose me. I'm not gonna lie.
I will be straight up. The second we hit record, the headache. It's like a Apple Silicon chart. It's just gone like this.
Yeah, the second you said what, it wiped my brain of what I just said a second ago. So now I don't know, and we're both lost.
It's okay. Let's restart.
Well, you know what? We're still showing up because that's what we do.
We're still doing more than Apple did today.
We're still doing more than Apple.
Apple is allowed to change any part of the iPad and make any decision they want.
Because make iPad great again.
You have to own it and explain it.
Yes.
So, for example, when you remove a camera, say, we found that users weren't getting as much value from the camera as possible. So we took the money from that and we put it into X or Y, or it was too thick for the iPad with this current ultra-wide mechanism. So we decided to give an improved LiDAR sensor with yada yada. I think Apple's starting to lose its magic because they're not explaining the things that they're doing anymore. That's what Steve Jobs was so damn good at. He would tell you why you need the iPad, why they're doing this.
This is how you use it. You sit in this very comfy leather chair and you use it.
Even if it was a bad
the only
reason
iPad that
sometimes.
still acts like an iPad? It is the iPad.
That's literally not true.
Mini.
Your iPad Mini runs iPad OS.
Mini.
By the way, I sold the iPad Mini. I needed. Listen, I was wiping out my stuff.
No, you didn't.
I pulled
Tell
it
me
out
you didn't.
I listed it. I got.
You
somebody gave
can't
me like
sell
$43 for it on
gifts.
Facebook Marketplace.
You can't. Oh, not only are you trying to sell it, but in the worst imaginable spot.
They said $43. Draw by today. I said, sure.
That doesn't make. So on Facebook Marketplace, there's like $30 slide for toddler, broken air conditioner, Sam's iPad Mini.
Yeah, signed by. That's actually not signed. I'm just fucking with you. I didn't sell it yet, but
Okay,
can
good.
I please?
You can't sell a gift.
See,
and
that was a
especially
test.
one that I'm so passionate about. Like, what is your problem? What is your actual deal? You would sell a friendship ring if we had one.
Absolutely.
If we had a friendship ring, you would sell it. List it.
Should we continue?
I mean, yes, let's do that.
This is painful. This is sad. Can I just say that I was actually really... I was really excited for this event.
You go back to every episode of G's Bar where I didn't give a fuck and Sam was like, oh, you're not excited? Why aren't you not excited? This is why. Because it's all lies.
Yeah.
iPad is broken. The only way to fix iPad is software. This event is not WWDC, so we know they're not going to fix it with software. They're just going to ruin it. They're going to keep digging the iPad grave. And it's not because the iPad is confusing or a bad product. It's because Apple is confused. And every time they do anything related to iPad, they take their massive Apple shovel, their $3 trillion shovel, and they start digging further. It's like the really bad horror movies and murders where they're like, I'm going to murder you, but you got to dig your own grave. And then we have to watch them dig their grave. And that is the premise of a horror movie. And it's happening in front of our eyes in real life, and Apple is responsible.
I'll be straight up.
I will not stand for this any longer.
When I was watching this in real time, because at this point, we are now 30 minutes in. So, and I know Gurman says it's about a 35-minute event, so I am getting a little worried.
He said 35 minutes, ish. Yeah, something like that.
And I'm starting to get a little worried because I'm not really, I'm buying the new iPad because I like OLED and I want the thin design. That's things that I care about. But I know that for a mass market, those aren't going to move the needle for most people. Mm-hmm. And I see something that really gets me excited, John. I see this word pop on the screen at the Apple event.
Magic keyboard.
And instantly I'm like, okay, this is it. This is the moment we've been waiting for.
The chefs are in the kitchen.
The story. They finally did it. Redesigned Magic Keyboard. Okay, looks kind of like
the same a little bit.
Okay, it looks kind of the same. Let's get a closer look at this. Okay. Oh my God, there's a function row. Yes, Let's go. Okay, huge. They listened. An escape key. That was the one thing I asked for. Brightness slider. Okay. Trackpad. I did say hell yeah out loud when I saw it had haptic feedback. Very, very cool. And I was like, man, all right, show me what this baby can do. Okay. What else we got cooking here? Magic keyboard, new design. Talk to me, daddy.
Over.
What?
It's over. That's it. There's a new one. That's the announcement.
I'm sorry. Can we talk about the Magic keyboard you just announced? Or?
I think I've cracked the code. They gave you the function keys, but they took away a camera. A life for a life.
Honestly, fair trade-off, just to be clear.
Okay.
Dude. Wasn't... You had the same keyboard for 4 years.
Great keyboard,
and
by the way.
All you did was slightly... You didn't... It doesn't look like there's a better... there's a lot of issues with the current Magic keyboard. The outside material isn't the most durable and gets dirty really
Is it metal
easily.
like we heard it was going to be?
On the inside, which is what Gurman said, to be clear. That was his exact words. And, dude, I was so sad. Because I thought, in my mind, right, if they want to make this more like a Mac, they're going to add ports. Or they're going to add ports. Or they're going to add...
Especially since...
a better outside
off
material.
Of a drive.
Or an external USB. Maybe the charge USB will now be for data too, which would at least be kind of nice. No, we got fucking none of that. But it's made of metal now.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought it. For sure. And that was the minute that they gave to the thing that makes it a computer. But iPad's supposed to replace a computer. They said 4 years.
The floating design's still undefeated. Great design.
No, that's sick. It's incredible. Beautiful. Love it. But, I don't know. What the hell, man?
What the hell, man?
What the hell, man? Should that be the name of the episode?
What? Yeah, what the hell, man? I like it.
That's how we feel.
I love it.
So, yeah, this is the whole Magic keyboard. The function row is amazing. I haven't actually seen it in person because Apple doesn't invite me to events for some reason, even though I'd love to come. And so I don't know if it's actually good or not. So I just get to whine on my podcast until I get it. And then I'll probably whine again when that'll be going off in the Magic Keyboard when it comes in. I mean, these release in a week on Wednesday, the 15th. Cool.
Very cool. Apple Pencil.
We had one more hope, John.
We had leaks of this a day or two before. Apple Pencil Pro leaked in iPad OS.
And here's the thing
about the Apple Pencil Pro. We shall get.
I can't stop laughing when people say Apple Pencil Pro.
You can't?
That's just a funny name.
And it looks the same, which isn't. And it's the same price.
Dude.
Right? $129, same price as it. What is?
Yeah.
So is this just the Apple Pencil now? Is this what we're gonna get? Is this Apple Pencil and the only other model is the USB-C version?
No, this is Apple Pencil Pro, buddy. You're already getting confused.
That's what I'm saying. Are we cutting the lines? Is it gonna be
you're good, buddy? Don't stress. I've got a chart for you.
Okay.
I've got a chart for you.
I'm tired.
Do you have the new Apple Pencil Pro? Do you have the Apple Pencil second generation, the Apple Pencil USB-C, or do you have the Apple Pencil first generation? Could you help
identify the Apple Pencil
that for me?
second generation.
Okay. So the features that you get are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but then you don't get the 3 ones here.
You don't get squeeze, you don't get barrel roll, you don't get haptic feedback, you don't get Find My. That is a crime. That every Apple product should ship with Find My. Evil company. Evil.
Here's the thing. It looks... The pencil from 2018.
Is the price of the second gen down now?
No.
They're both $129.
Yeah.
What? Huh?
Here's the thing, buddy. You can't use, even though they share fundamentally the same features, like double tap. So if you have the old pencil, like I do, and you just want to just bring it over, you can't. You only can use the Apple Pencil Pro, not just with the Pro, though, with the new iPad Air 13-inch. So you can use the Apple Pencil Pro, not even with just the Pro iPad, but also the Air iPad. But we still sell the Apple Pencil 2, but the Apple Pencil 2 doesn't work with the new one. The Apple Pencil 2 works with most of the old ones, but not the iPad 10. We had to release the USB-C Apple Pencil. This is a fucking joke, guys. You need to lock the fuck in, guys, and figure out what the fuck you're doing with the Apple Pencil. And maybe while you're at it, figure out what you're doing with the damn Magic Keyboard.
Figure out what you're doing with the iPad.
Lighty. And while you're at it, maybe give me an iPad that's worth spending $1,500+ on.
Yeah, all the way down the chain, they've got this wrong. The iPad's wrong. The keyboard's wrong. The Apple Pencil Pro, wrong.
Because I said to lock in for the past decade, and nobody's been locking the fuck in. Okay?
I bet you wish you made that iPad video now.
I'm going to give this iPad a fair shot, but let's just say my theory was fucking right, and I didn't want it to be because I started to like my iPad.
The iPad Mini, you mean? The best one?
Best iPad. I just don't... What's
the point of living?
Like, listen, the Apple Pencil stuff is cool. They announced haptic feedback, which is really helpful. And I think for artists, haptics are a huge deal. They announced barrel roll with some new options to roll the pencil around to get some precise control of tools with a gyroscope. And you can even do a squeeze to select tools. That seems really good. But why do you keep the other pencils? And why isn't the old pencil compatible? And why does it look the same? Why is the Apple Pencil Pro the exact same looking as the last one, but with Pro? Why are you calling a pencil Pro? This should just... Why is this not... If it works with the iPad Pro and the iPad Air, why isn't the Apple Pencil Pro just the Apple Pencil third generation?
I want everyone to know specifically that is listening to the show. As you hear Sam be more serious than he's ever been on Genius Bar. I want you to know he's also wearing a jersey, a shirt, a sleeveless jersey. Take that information with however you want to take that. But this man is being very serious, and he looks not serious. So as he's complaining, I just want you to picture him with no sleeves.
Story of my life.
Yeah, like a NBA jersey or something.
How many more years? How many more years are they going to keep doing this?
At least 2.
Are we gonna get Magic Keyboard Pro next, and it has a squeeze? You can squeeze it to make it feel love.
That'd be cool. You gotta squeeze me to feel love.
Everything just seems backward, and I'm scared. I don't like it.
They are making some very questionable, what seems like simple mistakes, and I don't understand.
So yeah, new Apple Pencil. They had Procreate there.
What are they going to ship next? The little AI rabbit one?
The little
box?
AI Roby would be great.
Roby.
But just seeing this clip of the Apple Pencil when they separate the two, because they also have the $80 pencil, it doesn't really do much.
And as you pointed out on Twitter, the Apple Pencil is thicker than the iPad.
Yeah, which apparently it has been since 2018, everybody said, but it does look silly.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you can go on the newsroom. Does anybody want to come back to the newsroom with me? Maybe they've said, haha, May Fools.
May Fools. There is no May Fools. I think they're going to actually sell it and ship it.
Because, yeah, look, here it is. Oh, man. Apple Pencil Pro. I don't think I'm going to buy the new Apple Pencil. Or I already did buy the Apple Pencil, but I don't think I'm going to keep the new Apple Pencil.
Sell it on Marketplace?
I have the Apple Pencil too, maybe. I have the Apple Pencil too, but it's just not, I don't ever really use it. I mean, I'm not an artist, to be clear. But even so, yeah. I mean, that's how I'm feeling. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're right. You're completely right.
Dude, weird.
This is an odd episode where we agree from beginning to end.
Wait.
Is this a first in history? We completely agree.
Nice.
This is monumental. Do you think we're just too tired to fight?
Really? Yeah. You could call. I mean, you called me, said I looked like mean with my sleeves off. You're being mean. I said I don't even care.
Yeah, you did just brush that off. I'm not saying it in a mean way. I just think everyone should know and have context as they're listening to be.
That's called cyberbullying.
They deserve to know what you're wearing while you're saying these things.
We didn't actually get to the biggest announcement of today, which I think I'm going to tweet after this to try to get some Twitter clout. Let me go back to the video. You don't know what I'm talking about? The biggest announcement of the day? This is not me being sarcastic, by the way. I actually think this is the biggest announcement of the day.
I do not know it.
Come on, it's at the end of the keynote.
Oh, the storage. The storage?
No.
No? What is it? What?
Okay, also, I will say they didn't increase the price of the Magic Keyboard. Yay. You know what? No. Why am I thanking Apple for not increasing the price? That's how brainwashed I am. I'm like, thank you, Tim, for not making it any more expensive.
Yeah.
After Vision Pro, I'm traumatized. No, I wanted to show you this. This is the biggest news of the day, dude.
Yeah, I'd say so. The regular iPad, so iPad 10th gen now, starts from $349, price drop.
Dude.
Beautiful iPad.
That is huge.
The regular iPad is the only one they haven't taken the color away from. Did you notice the iPad Air is less colorful? Like every year, they keep taking paint away.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Next year, they're just going to say it comes in 5 shades of white.
Just like me.
Just like Sam.
So the reason that I think this is a big deal, and I think people might be like, dude, what? It's just a price drop. This is probably the best selling iPad. And
I kind of want one. And I don't know why. What is that feeling that I have right now? Help me identify this. Be my therapist.
Because it knows what it is and it's priced right. That's why you're feeling that way.
That's what I've been saying about the iPad mini.
I know. Well, that iPad mini is more expensive than this and definitely priced wrong. Dude, that's crazy.
It takes a lot of R&D to make such a perfect thing.
My Google Chrome literally said the price is low right now. That's amazing. So yeah,
job,
the
Google.
colorful iPad, the one that we clowned on when it came out because it was $449.
Bro,
and
I
said, that is
kind of want the
crazy.
silver one. It's hot as hell. Blue
would get
too.
You just said you wanted all the colors, and you're like, let me get the white one? Who are you?
No, I said I'm glad the colors aren't taken away. I'm not a color man.
Oh, okay.
I just think colors should be an option.
John, you're the best.
No, man, you the best.
No, you're the best.
No, you're the best.
No, you're the best.
No, you're the best. You want to know why? Because I found you on LinkedIn Jobs.
Oh,
That's right, everyone.
you.
I was short a co-host for the podcast, and I said, am I going to go with Luke Miani, or should I just, place my bets in LinkedIn? Luckily, I did LinkedIn and found Sam in less than 24 hours because LinkedIn is not just a job board. They help you hire professionals like Sam. You can have Sam to yourself through LinkedIn, and you won't be able to find him anywhere else. Do you want to know why? Because every professional is already on LinkedIn. It's the industry standard. It's the gold standard. 86% of small businesses get qualified candidates within 24 hours. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn, not a Luke Miani.
Listen, guys, LinkedIn knows that small businesses, they're wearing so many hats. Me personally, I wear a lot of hats.
Too many hats.
LinkedIn Jobs, I can take one of those hats off, and I've only got a mere 99 left on my head. It's an absolutely incredible experience from start to finish. 2.5 million small businesses use LinkedIn for hiring, guys. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/geniusbar. That's linkedin.com/geniusbar to post your job for free. Terms and conditions do apply.
I just want to clarify because I don't know if your mic's working. Did you say you could post your job for free?
I did. My mic is 100% functional.
That's crazy. LinkedIn.com/geniusbar. Post your job for free. Thank you very much, LinkedIn, for sponsoring today's episode.
This price drop is a big deal because it puts this iPad at the forefront of what people are going to be buying the rest of the year for the holiday season. And it's a really great iPad for that price, considering the fact that the 9th generation iPad has been discontinued, which they quietly did. But yeah, 9th generation iPad discontinued. It was $329. So technically the cheapest iPad went up $20. You are getting a lot for that $20, and it is worth every penny. It is worth every penny to buy this $349 iPad. It has a great display. There's just a slight air gap still, which I think they're going to fix probably hopefully later this year. Comes in fun colors. It supports the USB-C Apple Pencil or the first gen. Tony, get me started on that, but whatever. It has the centered camera. Oh, we didn't talk about the camera being centered. That's so great on all the iPads.
Oh, yeah.
The center camera.
Yep. Now, when you have it in horizontal mode, when it's on a keyboard, you don't have the camera off to your left in some weird orientation. It is centered on the side of the iPad. It's great.
It is. Finally. Amazing. Again, credit where credit's due. Thank you.
Yeah.
But hold on.
You guys are scholars.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
I just had a thought.
Give it. Your thought. Give it to me.
Wasn't the whole thing... Didn't we give them a break because we said it would have been where the camera was, so they had to move it? Remember when they didn't change it on the last iPad Pro from 2022, and we said, hey, they should change it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to show the thing to make it make sense. Also, how dare you say Mike's camera action when he removed one? How dare you? How dare you? Mike's camera action, my guy.
Yeah. Hope you're proud of yourself.
Yeah, wait, they took away a microphone as well. Did you know that? It's down to 4 mics from 5.
Why?
That's what I'm saying.
Shrinkflation has finally hit Apple.
How do you... See, now I should have gone harder on them in my video because I was very rushed in saying it. I was kind of gentle, but I really should have popped off because this is how I feel. It doesn't make any sense.
You should have.
And I'm disappointed. Well, I guess that's what this is for, right, man?
Halo Top ice cream.
By the way, am I whining too much? I apologize.
No, that's all the show is. Halo Top ice cream is the best.
Yeah, it is good. You can eat the whole thing and not.
When you first eat it, you question it a little bit. Because you ask yourself, is this ice cream or is this a science experiment? The answer is it is a science experiment. But it is a science experiment that gets really close to ice cream. And ice cream is the best thing invented on the planet. It's my favorite thing. When I was real big, my nickname was 2 Pints Prosser. because I will get 2 pints of ice cream and eat them both in one sitting in the parking lot of the ice cream place. I wish I was joking or exaggerating. I am not. I had an issue. Ice cream, still my favorite thing in the world. Halo Top ice cream, I can have a whole pint for 310 calories. It is a science experiment, and I'm putting probably the same chemicals they use to make an iPad. They're probably putting it in an ice cream, and I'm eating it. But you know what? It's 310 calories and gets me 80% of what I like about ice cream. I just thought everyone should know about that.
I love you for that, man. Round of applause.
I'm glad you
How
know
long
what
have we
Halo
been going,
Top
by
is.
the way?
We've been going for an hour and a half.
I feel like we've been here about 5, straight up.
It feels like it. Should we talk about their comments on last week's episode?
I feel like we're not done with the Apple event.
Oh, okay. Are we not done? The only thing that's left to do is keep complaining.
I just wanted to mention that I thought it was funny that Apple mentioned a new landscape front camera as a main pitch for the iPad Air. And I'm like, you scallywags. You should have done that.
Scallywags. You scallywags.
Okay, that's all I've got in me. We have to rate, though, with new tradition. Rate the Apple event out of 10.
Okay, new tradition. This is a solid 3. It's a 3. I wish it was not that way.
It's a wonderful 3.
We even agree on the number?
Yeah.
Sam.
No, actually, 3 is perfect because
are we turning over a new leaf?
I'm ready to turn over. I'm ready to make it be autumn for you.
What if we just never argue again?
Wake me up at 7 a.m. every day.
This made us snap.
I feel ill. I got like 4 hours of sleep last night or something. I don't know.
Same. Yeah.
Did you also not fall asleep?
Well, I forgot a little bit. I was working yesterday, and then I was done. I wanted to enjoy time, and I was just dilly-dallying, doing what I want.
Using the web browser on your Apple Vision Pro, maybe.
Exactly. And then I'm like, oh, it's 2 a.m. It's better if you just download it. It's 2 a.m. and I'm still awake. And then it hits me. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
Yeah.
There's an event in just hours from now. Better try to sleep. And then I couldn't sleep because of the stress of me having to rush to go to sleep and the pressure that was put on me. I eventually fell asleep at maybe 4:30. I don't know. Anyway, we read your comments on last week's episode. We talked about how we are considering giving you guys a bonus show, an extra show for a fee every month. Probably on Apple Podcasts, where you just be able to subscribe in the app and you'll get it. YouTube, maybe we'll do YouTube members. We hear you loud and clear. We are not trying to gouge you. This isn't a Netflix subscription, you know. This is something that we want to do. This is something that we want to do.
Yeah.
We want to give you extra content. And we will do it in a way. Sam and I are smart fellas. We are an Apple. We are going to find a way that it works for everyone and everyone will be happy. And we hear you. Don't worry. We're not going to launch it and surprise you and it's $10 or $20.
It'll be extra content, not.
Yeah, we're not taking a camera away. We're adding a camera for a fee. The alternative is we start a whole other podcast and do ads on that podcast. We don't need to do that. You just get a little bit of extra Genius Bar after Genius Bar if you pay a small amount of money. That's all. We're not.
Or should we make it clear? Should the Idiot Bar just be its own podcast that we record?
That would be insane.
Kind of like what Gruber does with his friend. He has that like subscription only podcast. I heard he got a bag from that.
Did he? A bag?
Yeah.
In drama news, before we go, I had a hellacious week.
Yeah,
I woke up.
About that.
What was it? Monday? Sunday? I don't even know. I woke up with my. Speaking of iCave Dave, that's weird. I woke up with my phone ringing at like 5:36 a.m. I see that iCave Dave is FaceTiming me, and I instantly rage. The anger that I had inside my body, instantly from someone calling me at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning when I'm definitely sleeping. I could have turned that man's ear holes into assholes. I could have twisted him up like a pretzel. I was so angry. And then when I open my phone to text and be like, what is wrong with you, you monster? I see a text that says, hey, your Twitter was hacked. It was. It was. I was sleeping. Don't know how it happened. I have two-factor. In fact, after I got hacked the last time, that's why I started paying for Twitter Blue. So I could have the better 2FA. Still got hacked. At this point, I don't know how. I don't care. Luckily, because of the first time, I have friends at Twitter, security people to help, and within an hour, it was over like it never happened. Okay, great. That's already bad day number 1. Yesterday, I wake up to another phone call. It's earlier in the morning. It's not 6 early. It's not 5:30 early, but it's too early for me.
You got to make you full screen so they get the full effect.
It's too early. Why do they need full screen?
No, I just feel like it makes it more powerful.
Okay, you're right. I never cut to me. I never think to cut to me.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's early in the morning. My phone rings. I look. Eric. Interesting.
Who is Eric for the people?
Our manager, of course. So I answer the phone, and he's like, how's your weekend? So, oh, it's great. Minus the fact that I got hacked. I left that out. Great weekend. How was your weekend, Eric? Good. I went to a wedding. Cool, Eric. That's great. What's up? You made a boo-boo, is what he said. And I said, what the boo-boo is? And he said, in the last episode of Front Page Tech, I had a DeleteMe ad, right? Same thing we did for this. Apparently, I was not aware of this. There are 2 DeleteMe websites, same name, same exact service. They do the same thing. They offer the same service. Not the same company at all. Not it. There's DeleteMe.com, which I included B-roll from, screenshots, in the episode during the ad. And I thought, oh, they must have redesigned the website. Sam, wake up. They must have redesigned the website.
Sorry.
Turns out, it was not a redesign. It's just an actual different website. So there's DeleteMe.com and JoinDeleteMe.com. JoinDeleteMe.com, they're the goats. They're the ones. And I had the right link in the description, so it wasn't like I was sending people to the wrong thing. I just showed 16 seconds of the wrong website. And now he's like, you're going to have to do a make good. For those of you not knowledgeable within the industry, that means you got to do it again, but for free. And so I said, okay, can we avoid this? It's literally only 16 seconds. He starts negotiating back and forth. We come up with a solution, and that solution is cut those 16 seconds out of the video. At first, he said, can you just re-edit it? And the YouTube editor doesn't work that way, Eric. Okay, so I go to cut 16 seconds out of Front Page Tech.
For sure.
And because the wording in the YouTube editor is just weird, instead of cutting the 16 seconds, it trimmed the whole video to just those 16 seconds. So I save the video, I walk away like nothing. I open my phone a little bit later, I check YouTube comments, and people are saying, I clicked on the video, it's literally just an ad. I look, video says 16 seconds. I nuked the whole episode. Killed it. So then I had to private the episode, and we had to make a decision. I was sad because it was a good episode, and now it's just gone. So number one, our brand deal is gone, but more sad than that is we will have like a lost episode. And I don't want that. And so the options are, we try to contact YouTube, see if they can restore it. We do get a hold of YouTube. YouTube's like, we don't save. Once you do that, it's over. It's dead. You did it. You messed up. You can re-upload it. So I tell Eric, hey, should I re-upload it? Maybe I should try that. Eric says, don't do that. And I think don't do that either, because the viewers won't watch it again, and when they click on it and realize it's not the same video, they're going to click away, and it's going to kill the video for everyone else. But you know what? I gambled. I felt like a gambling man that day, so I re-released the episode later in the evening, 2 days later, same exact episode that you watched before, and everyone showed up. Everyone was hanging out with your boy, just doing me a favor, doing me a solid. They watched the video anyway, and you saved it. You saved the episode. The episode has the same amount of views as it did when it went down the other day, and I don't have to do another make good. You saved me from a make good. You saved Front Page Tech, and you saved my bills. I thought that's how the episode was ending. That was going pretty hard.
No.
We're gathered here today for the iPad funeral.
Guys, Wow. Any other stresses in your week? I'm really proud of you. You really pushed through.
No, it's only Tuesday.
Why'd you have
Catch
to
me
say
again
that?
next week and we'll see.
Why'd you have to say that? You're trying to get multiple episodes out of me. You're trying to make me work hard. I've been going for 12 hours.
They are going to be so upset when they get to the part where I say, you want to do a bonus episode, and their heart fluttered. They go, oh, and then Sam says no.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to know your limits and your boundaries. And I have a big presentation to do tomorrow. Not to say I'm a big deal, but I've got some client work as we
there was another big dramatic thing that I forgot happened a couple days ago. I'm not going to talk about that because fuck that. But it's only Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll talk about it if they talk about it.
If they talk about it, we'll talk about it. Yeah. I feel good today, though. It was just long. Apple really disappointed me, but you know what? Picked myself up by my bootstraps, and I will let them disappoint me again. I will let it happen. I'll sit here and watch another event that is a 3 out of 10. I'll do it. I won't like it, but I'll do it.
I feel...
Can I ask you a question that you might not want to think about and it might upset you?
No, I think I know what you're going to ask.
If we look at the last two events, Scary Fast and now this one, does Scary Fast... Does this bring the score of Scary Fast down as well because they're kind of guessing? It looks like they don't know what they're doing. I feel like this is the second Apple event in a row where we're like, it was cool that they had all the effects and they shot it on iPhone and stuff. But
Scary Fast was cool. Scary Fast was a 7 out of 10. Okay, let's start this way. I know my 10 that I can name off the top of my head.
Oh,
and I bet
iPhone
you can
12
too.
event. That was a 10, bro. That was. You can go back and watch that now, and it still slaps. Absolutely slaps.
You said the iPhone 10 or the iPhone 12 event?
12. iPhone 10 was good too, but 12 was the last 10 out of 10, perfect from beginning to end.
Disagree.
The Apple Watch in there was so good. 10 out of 10. I recommend you guys go watch it.
I would say more recently it was the April 2021 event with the colorful.
I would agree. Colorful Max and AirTags. That was my special day.
Yeah, it really
I don't
was.
Never get. That's the real reason I got out of leaking. I don't ever top that day. That was a
10. I mean, let's go back. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time. If we go down to our Apple events, I'm starting to lose consciousness slowly. I unironically fell asleep earlier. Oh, look, they announced 3 things. Great.
Recent Apple events. Okay. iPhone 15 event? Nah.
iPhone 15 event would be 6 out of 10, just barely above average.
I'm going to give it a 5. But
okay,
for the sake of keeping our track record of agreeing today up, I give it a 6.
Okay. WWDC last year?
It had Vision Pro. That was
I'd say
4 out of 10. When we first saw Vision Pro and we were so disappointed, that was our first hint that this was going to take a turn to the left badness road.
But my excitement while watching it was It was really.
It was great until
we were screaming. I think it's been.
I think I was too
I think
hard.
it was the
I'll
fact
give it a
that
5 out of 10.
I think it was the fact that we did it together, and I'm just remembering us in the hotel room screaming.
You think that gets an extra point? Okay.
They gave it like 4 extra points because it was really fun.
4 extra points? God damn. Okay, I'll agree with you. Continue.
September 7th event when we got the iPhone 14, AirPods Pro 2, and Satellite plus Apple Watch Ultra. That's a 9. That was a good fucking event.
I'm going to give it an 8. Solid.
All right, 8. Let's do 8. You're right.
Solid event.
WWDC 2022, we got the new MacBook Air and then iOS 16 and stuff. That's going to be a 6. No, that's going to be a 5. It's going to be a 5.
I agree. It just is. It just exists.
Averaged. I personally rate the Apple March 8th event where we got the iPhone SE and the studio display in the Mac Studio. I rate this one really high. This one for me personally is a 9.
Really?
Yeah. I loved that event.
Interesting.
I really maybe it's because I've seen it so many times way back.
Hey, when did the iPad Mini come out?
That would have been the September 2021 event.
Okay, that's a 10. Don't care how the rest of the event went. 10 out of 10. Doesn't get better.
There's been a lot, man. There's been a lot of Apple events. If we go back even further, what else we got here? I feel like there's a couple other ones in 2021. Oh, another 10, the Apple M1X, as we called it, the MacBook Pro redesign event. That was a 10. That was when we got MacBook Pro, AirPods 3, new HomePod minis. Well, it was new colors on HomePod minis. But yeah, that was a 10 for me. That was a 10 for me.
You're just handing 10s out like they're nothing.
Well, I've only handed out 2 10s to this one and to the... I hand out high scores like they're nothing, but not 10s. So many. Spring loaded, that was that one. Oh, that was the 10.
Great. 10.
For sure. The One More Thing event with Apple Silicon, I'd give a...
That was solid.
I'd give a 7 or an 8.
7, I agree.
You said 10 was the Apple October event with iPhone 12?
Yeah, that event was so solid from beginning to end, man.
That event for me, that's when we got the HomePod Mini and the iPhones. That one would be an 8 for me.
Okay, still up there.
Good.
Still up there. We got iPad. We got iPhone Mini. Sorry.
True.
Which is
WWDC 2020 was.
That was. I'm gonna give that a 10.
They worked really hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a 10 because it created a whole new era of these events. They really put their heart on their sleeves there. They took a risk. We all thought a pre-recorded event wouldn't work, and they somehow made it better than in-person events. Better to watch anyway.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
What a day.
I just want to say we could have done 2 episodes. Could have.
Yeah, but we did it in one.
You said we didn't have enough content.
Because I just realized, just so everybody knows, by him saying do 2, that means we would have ended this one early. So I actually gave you more instant gratification by delivering now versus delivering later. Because that's what he likes to do. Prosser loves to do everything later. John, we got this big business thing coming up. Later. Hey, John, you want to turn this thing in? Later.
That's true.
Someone go eat popcorn.
He's not lying.
Prosser,
he's not lying. He's not lying. I agree there, too. You know what's a really good mic? The Ethos. OG Genius Bar people know this mic. I want to use it again, but okay, now everyone get out your wallets. This is the part where you pay. I'm kidding.
Do we do that this week? Do we launch it?
No. We don't have anything. You can't just randomly do it.
I'll do the bonus if we're getting a bag.
We're not getting a bag. We don't know. We haven't even had enough time to flesh out the details. We just told them we won't take that much of a bag. Just a small... There's enough bags to go around for all of us. Just a small, tiny little bag. At least you didn't take a camera away. Oh, yeah, I'm great. Are you good?
I'm really upset that I didn't record my audio, but usually you do treat me like a child and usually ask me, are you recording? And you didn't. And that's why I fucked up today. So I'm sorry.
Blame me? Okay, that's fair.
No, I'm blaming myself.
I can make it work.
I recorded an hour of audio.
Okay, I'll take it.
Just use AI. Just use AI to upscale my voice.
I'm fucking leaving. Goodbye.